And Hannah Hidalgo, the menace defensively, starts out on Ashlyn Shade.
But does not get the roll, and then Hidalgo able to swipe away the rebound. De Jesus kicks it out. Prosper looking for some help. Coles gives it back, and Prosper lays it. Per game, 53% from the floor. Here is Shade finding Sarah Williams for the layup and the foul. Of those games decided by single digits, it came earlier this year against Michigan. Michigan will face Texas tomorrow here in the Elite Eight. Coles will let it go into the backcourt. Still 10 seconds to operate. Hidalgo will pull a deep two. Back ironing off, and Strong the rebound. Tosses to Coles. De Jesus with 7 to shoot. De Jesus can't curl it in with the left hand from 3. It's a player that shot it at 41% a season ago from 3. A deep one here, way off the mark for Moore.
See Notre Dame playing way off of Sarah Williams, not worried about her from the perimeter.
Fun little pull-up, he's good for Notre Dame as Coles goes to the bench. Sanchez loses it to Jesus, trying to save the possession. Shade for Notre Dame, and then Shade took it back, and then Moore takes it right back herself. And that's going to be a double dribble. Ayana Moore. Here's Arnold around the screen, little pull-up, short. Sarah Williams came back.
With the way Notre Dame is playing off of Sarah Williams, you wonder how quickly UConn and Coach Gina Auriemma will go to Blanca Quiñones off the bench.
Foul
going in the tournament.
Specifically her senior year when so much of the talent around her had left. Hidalgo kicks, De Jesus connects.
Really important to get that kind of firepower from the perimeter.
And they were 1 for 17 in the Sweet 16 against Vandy. Fudd dishes, Strong drop from Notre Dame in that game at UConn on January 19th. Hidalgo wiggling, fading, can't get the roll. Strong
pronounce her name appropriately sooner rather than later.
Strong digs in there, and it's going to be a double in tournament history. Caitlin Clark with the other in 2023, and the second triple-double ever with steals in the tournament. Tisha Penichero, the legend, with bad it can get out of control, but she's played with a fearlessness in this tournament as a freshman.
Been one of the front runners for National Freshman of the Year.
Strong off the steal. Strong can't lay it in, but is fouled by De Jesus. That'll be
involved in it with a touch on the majority of the UConn quarter-court possessions.
Strong, Pinky Bransford into the game for Notre Dame. She was not healthy and available for the first meeting between these teams as Cole, wow! Sabelle in, Quiñones, connect!
Defenders trying to keep her on that side, their feet almost parallel with the sideline.
Hidalgo picks up the dribble, gets it into Coles. Coles misses it badly. Moore finds De Jesus. She's fouled.
Great job.
Sabelle.
Great job at De Jesus.
Against Connecticut. Had averaged 31.5 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. And that is going to be a 3-second violation for 40 minutes. Thought it was helpful. They had seen UConn earlier this season. As Strong muscles in and banks it up, finding her. Hidalgo yet to score. Off to Prosper. Prosper finds an angle and lays it in. Strong dealing with the pressure of Prosper. Zabel kicking. Quiñones again.
To give Quiñones the good look.
18-9. UConn in front. De Jesus finds Coles who will lay it in. Great reverse lay, way off. Hidalgo collects. 8 seconds left. Hidalgo in some trouble. Fudd comes up with it, and Quiñones will lay it in.
In her first NCAA tournament.
That's the most points she scored in a quarter this season, and it comes in the biggest moment of the season thus far for UConn. Arnold the rebound, gets it back to Quiñones. Fudd nearly threw it away and did. It's Notre Dame basketball. You want her taking it. Notre Dame 5 of 6 off of passes. They are 0 for 7 off the dribble as that's out of bounds.
Steals in the first quarter against Vandy. No steals against UConn. Has not gotten an easy look at the rim as a result.
Strong, the quick turn. Left it short. Shade tracks it. Hidalgo got in there that time to knock it away.
Post players for Vanderbilt were catching the ball at the free throw line and looking around as if Hannah was going to be coming to get the ball from him.
Seeing ghosts.
Yes.
More previously.
Well, they've been in this zone, and what's interesting, this
Quinones can't hit that three. He was wide open off the inbound.
This is a really big lineup for UConn, and I'm
Hidalgo. Guarded by Arnold, wanted a foul, didn't get it.
But you see the switching again by Connecticut defensively.
And Quinones will pick up the personal. Have certainly done their job on the defensive end thus far against Hidalgo and Notre Dame.
She just drew three. A three again.
Hidalgo forcing it up and in.
Able to do on both ends of the floor. I can't think of a comp for her in the women's game.
5-6. Misses that free throw. She's averaged more than 13 per game, which leads all D1 guards. Of course, many of them come off of layups after steals. Coughs it up. Here is Fudd. Dishing over to Arnold. Arnold, Fudd. Trying to find space, cannot. Williams knocked away by Hidalgo, and at last touch. Here's Moore. Cole's nice interior pass and a help. Here's Hidalgo. Hidalgo spinning, floating, can it, follows it up and puts it in.
Off the floor, Zabel in.
Strong juggles, foul on the floor against after not scoring in the first. Here's Fudd, the leaner is true. Fudd against ranked teams this season has averaged 22 points and shot 48% from three.
Outstanding in her mid-range.
Sarah Strong picks up her first. Fudd knocks it away. Stays here, and KK Bransford telling DeJesus you got to get that pass up. Eyes now at that guard position when you exchange Arnold for Quinones. Bransford bodies in, and Sarah Strong average over 3 steals and 1.5 blocks. 6 to shoot. Bransford trying to create. Bransford gets to a
second here in the first half.
Heckel has it knocked away by Moore. Notre Dame off the steal. Moore now 0 for her last 11 from 3. Hidalgo connects on a long. And Heckel took advantage.
And also the lane was wide open because of how UConn's spacing was offensively.
Hidalgo, you bet! 10th. And their first since 2019.
Coming out of the timeout, Nia Lively switches up back to the zone.
Here's Zabel, fires. Maybe had it partially tipped. Hidalgo was looking for a whistle. Quinones stops and lays it in. The offensive end of this game for Connecticut. And Quinones has picked up the slack. Here's Hidalgo, got bumped, no whistle, no make. Strong mid-range is feathered to 10 for the Huskies. After Notre Dame had pulled to within 4, DeJesus on the drive gets fouled.
Got a fascinating journey. When she was just 12 years old, she was playing with the U15 team in Ecuador, her home country, with the senior national team. So this mature, calm version of Blanca Quinones, that's why she's been playing up with grown women, playing against pros. She's ready for this.
Better too much.
9 UConn turnovers in this first half. The team that's #1 in the nation in assist-to-turnover ratio. Hidalgo, rainbow delivery in a single season. Fudd didn't pull the trigger there. Hidalgo comes, pass, and Aaron one, then last hit Zabel on lead under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. DeJesus, not enough on it with Sarah Strong lurking. Quinones in transition, pedals it. Strong flags it down. You know, you don't get away with mispronunciations on this broadcast.
This crew.
Arnold can't it up. Feeds Prosper. How about Bransford at 3? That one is good.
Notre Dame has done a really nice job.
Team, and then to us before the game said it is going to take 40 minutes of fight. Zabel, no rebound to Jesus. Too much on that pass. It was deflected as well.
Or maybe too much in the ball.
We've heard that from a few coaches. Heckel waiting, letting it wind. 27-12 in the third. A trip to the Final Four on the line today. AC Fudd flipping it up and in off the wing with Holly Rowe.
Listening to Niele Ivy's huddle at the half right now, she said, listen, a 7-point game is nothing. We are right in this.
Fort Worth for this Elite Eight matchup between UConn and Notre Dame. Second personal on Sarah Strongest. Hidalgo forms so far today. UConn 4 for 5 and Notre Dame 2 for 4. Just one steal. Bud giving it up. Arnold on the drive gets fouled by
the defender and eventually to the free throw line.
Second foul on Coles as Arnold to Jesus into the center of the lane, gets denied by Williams. Notre Dame wanted a whistle. Arnold feeds strong for the leg.
Explosive third quarter that changed the game.
At 27-12 third. Here's Hidalgo. Got fouled by Arnold. Hidalgo, the first player in ACC history to win comp for UConn. Here's Fudd. Fudd weaving left alone. Does not get the roll. Cole, Dame and UConn. Here's Arnold. On the drive, misses the layup. Hidalgo looked that early in the shot clock for Notre Dame. Here's Fudd using the screen. Whims out. Shade. On mid-range, doesn't get the roll. El Alfie the rebound. Arnold a three. That won't go. El Alfie a fact.
Also be a defensive and rebounding presence for the Huskies.
She had some huge moments for UConn last year en route to their 12th title, including the crossover. Gets Strong to commit, and then Arnold comes up with a steal. Arnold blasting ahead. Gets blocked from behind. Arnold with a lot of space. Hidalgo on Shade. Strong cutting through is fouled.
Offensively and defensively for Notre Dame.
Gets it back. And gets it out to Jesus. Felt like Hidalgo knew she was just going to have to get it off the backboard once she committed to the air there. To the deficit. UConn an 8-point lead, almost midway through the third quarter, who calms things down. Fudd, little mid-range, back iron and off, and a percentage. Here's Strong, draws 2, 4 to shoot. Arnold wrapping around, misses the layup, and a whistle again in the bonus with 4:43 still to go here in this third. And you know, even though Connecticut has missed, here you go again. Quinones the O-board. Strong will flip it up and off as UConn cannot get anything to go, and then Strong. Here's Hidalgo. Hidalgo sees a seam and it's tripped by Fudd. Arnold comes up with it. Great hand. But their defense has limited Notre Dame to 5 points in this third. Quinones bounces. El Alfie lays it in. He has been a huge difference maker. Coles put it on the deck, can't finish the layup. Rebound slapped into the corner. 10-point UConn lead. Arnold gives it up. Quinones travels, kicks it out. Hidalgo trying to separate from Arnold, who's done a great job on her. Hidalgo as KK Arnold picks up her third foul, goes to the bench for UConn. Heckel in. Hidalgo trying to get some pressure up into Heckel. And Hidalgo gets called for the foul there. Notre Dame over the limit.
Season, they were 3 for 6 in January. They'd just gotten blown out by UConn, lost to Louisville.
Hidalgo will fire short. Rebound. Here's Hidalgo putting it on the deck, squeezes it to the corner. Moore didn't take the three, instead misses the mid-range. And Strong, after going 0 for 8 in the Sweet 16, 0 for 3 so far today. Off the double, Heckel bounces, El Alfie lays it in. El Alfie 4 points, 3 rebounds, all here in this third after she did not play in the first half. Strong comes up with a steal this cold afternoon. El Alfie given a lot of space. Finds Fudd, back to El Alfie, Strong a three, is good. She waits in the corner at the moment. A 7-0 Yukon run. De Jesus fires and hits the three. Been able to fully separate. Hidalgo knocks it away. Heckel out to Strong. Does she get the roll? No, and that'll...
Niele Ivey just told her team in the huddle, this is the moment we've got to go on a run. If you want to get to the Final Four, the fourth quarter, you've got to...
Met by Quiñones. Bransford tries to get it out to Hidalgo. Strong. And is it going to be a back corner?
I can't tell. It's last to touch, first to touch. So Strong hit it, but did Notre Dame hit it again before it went into the back court?
That to see whether or not it was touched in the front court after the Strong deflection. That is different than how that rule is in the pros. As Hidalgo gets back, could certainly argue that's not a good rule. That possession, if possession isn't gained, then here's Fudd.
UConn used Blanca to initiate the offense just to get Hidalgo out of the way in terms of defensively.
Notre Dame and UConn in this game. Strong
for the Notre Dame Irish this season, and most of it has happened on the defensive end of the floor. They have been very good limiting both Strong and Fudd.
Bransford gets fouled. Might be time to take those gambles if you're Notre Dame. Here's Fudd.
But once again, UConn initiating with the player not guarded.
But Hidalgo comes away with it for Notre Dame. Here's Hidalgo giving it up. Moore goes baseline and banks it in. Sarah Strong's second triple of the day. Bransford guarded by Quiñones. Gets the... Told us Bransford would be huge for Notre Dame today, but they needed her experience and versatility. Moore gets it over to Fudd. Fudd guarded by Hidalgo. Quiñones. Cut it! It's 17. Can Notre Dame respond? Coles can't finish. Advantage 29-6 in favor of the Huskies. Fudd didn't take it. Drives and finishes. UConn finally getting some shots to drop. As Fudd completes combined in his fourth. Moore, the leaner, is good with Strong. For Blanca Quiñones, the Ecuadorian freshman. Moore, yeah.
Notre Dame picking up in their full court pressure again. UConn using someone that is not being guarded by Hidalgo to initiate the offense.
The rebound, there's Hidalgo. Hidalgo in a crowd, now guarded by Fudd. Hidalgo, those shifty motions, she gets fouled. Shots has hit 8 of their last 12. Hidalgo. Strong gives it up to Arnold. UConn content to run clock. And a foul here is going to be after a terrific season this year. Here's Strong. Strong lumbering through the lane. 22 for Hannah Hidalgo. Hidalgo trying to just chase her way into a steal there. Quiñones giving it up. Fudd shoveling back. Shade, no. She's Quiñones tied up by Hidalgo. Ball away from her. Hidalgo spinning. Incredible effort. Couldn't quite finish it. There's Hidalgo. Sneaky. Strong gets back
For UConn.
Great story, Holly, and incredible seeing what this sophomore has already accomplished. Cade, letting more clock run. Shot clock at 7. Strong trying to make it happen. Strong gets fouled. And Sarah
fill it up offensively.
We did a game of theirs at Cameron Indoor towards the end of the regular season, and you and I both said at the time, this is getting away by Fudd. Hidalgo trying to get it back. Nearly did. Fudd surrounded, and Hidalgo finally fouls her. 1:50 to go in the fourth. Moore looking for a seam, got fouled by this run has certainly done is jolt the intrigue, interest, knocks that away. Shot clock at 4. Strong finds Arnold out to Quiñones. Doesn't get the roll. Bransford the rebound and brink of a 25th Final Four in what would be the 17th opening each year. It's pretty good, right?
We've become so accustomed to UConn's success. It's incredible.
As Moore can't hit the three. Shade gets it ahead to Fudd. About a 7-second difference game in shot clock. And Hidalgo comes up with a steal. 3 seconds left. Hidalgo gets blocked. And